Today I am here with Mr. Furio De Angelis, the representative of United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees in Azerbaijan. He has served in different places such as Afghanistan, Kenya, Sudan and Turkey, and he has also spent his life in 3 decades for the UNHCR. And today we're going to talk with Mr. Angelis about the conflict issues and the conflict resolution, and as well as the refugee crisis on World Peace Day. And first of all, I want to say huge thanks to Mr. De Angelis that thank you that he has given on time to interview with us. Now I will ask you some couple of questions.
Thank you for your time. Well, I am the representative of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, Mr. Filippo Grandi, and the representative of the mandate that the United Nations General Assembly has given to him, to the High Commissioner. So this mandate is a global mandate to work with governments, in cooperation with the governments and civil society, to address the issues of refugees and displaced persons, to provide protection to these people and trying to find a solution to their displacement. It is very difficult to compare different refugee situations. I would say that there is a common trait. The common trait is the need of the refugees and internally displaced persons to be assisted, to be understood in their problems, and to mobilize attention, support, and of course resources to address their needs. Otherwise, operational environments and contexts are very different. Also assistance and protection operations are different, but there is something in common. Human needs and human sufferings because of war, persecution and violation of human rights is the same all over the world. Well, there is certainly a serious crisis in Europe at the moment with respect of arrival of refugees, but what we say is not really is a crisis that can be overcome. Is a crisis that can be tackled with enough political will, with resources, and with especially most of all with the political commitment to act together and to provide plan, resources and capacity to really organize the reception and the arrival and the distribution and the integration of refugees throughout the continent. This is possible, it's a crisis that can be tackled, can be won, and we certainly hope and expect that the European countries will be able to raise up to this challenge. Global conflicts are the origin and the causes of human forcible displacement, the major. Of course, there is also displacement for other causes like natural disasters and situations. But as the representative of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, I have to remind that there are 65 million persons around the world which are forcibly displaced by war, conflict and persecutions. This is an enormous amount of people. This is like a big nation country which is being displaced by war and conflict. So addressing war and conflicts in the world would reduce and would eliminate the need the need of forcible displacement. Well, I mean, the refugees are the result of conflicts, as I said. So as long as we don't tackle the conflict and we don't find a durable and just solution, the refugee will not be able to find a solution to their displacement, to their problem. Of course, addressing the conflict is the best option in order for the refugees to return, to eliminate the original reasons that make them refugees. So it's absolutely important that there is political will and there is enough international cooperation, because in the end, conflicts, especially the global conflicts, the modern conflicts in which so many countries and so many different interests are at stake, can only be resolved with an enhanced and a more active international cooperation among states. Among 65 million are the forcibly displaced persons around the world, of whom some 20 million are refugees, of which 5 million are Palestinian refugees and 15 million are other refugees around the world. Of course, the Syrian refugees in this moment is the largest population of refugees, has overpassed the 4 millions, and unfortunately we are seeing how difficult it is to solve the conflict in Syria, but of course it is only the solution of the conflict, it's only peace returning to the region that would allow the refugee crisis to be overcome and resolved. Resettlement is a solution for refugees in certain particular situations. Unfortunately, resettlement can only cover a small part of refugees because there are not enough resettlement places which are put at disposal by the resettlement countries for addressing all resettlement needs. There are 20 million refugees, as I said, around the world, but only less than 100,000 refugees are being resettled per year. So resettlement remains a particular solution for certain category of refugees which are particularly vulnerable. That's why there are vulnerability criteria, and on the basis of these vulnerability criteria, UNHCRs and resettlement countries work together to provide a solution to this specific group of refugees. As I said, solving war and conflicts is the most important thing to do in order to resolve refugees and global displacement issues, because this is the real reason, and once the conflicts have been resolved in a just and durable manner, that is very important, so that people have the confidence, have the possibility and the capacity to return to their country, to rebuild their country, and to rebuild their societies. That's important. That's why on World Peace Day, the Secretary General of the United Nations has said that peace is not only absence of war. Peace is also the capacity to build society in a just manner, in a just and fair manner, where all members of this society will have their possibility to develop and grow within their societies. On that basis, the United Nations, the international community has adopted the Sustainable Development Goals. As you know, in September 2015, 17 Sustainable Development Goals have been launched by the United Nations in order to reach and in order to achieve a just and sustainable society. These are called the building blocks for reaching peace and for achieving peace. Actually, the theme of today's World Peace Day is building blocks for peace. And this is the idea that the Sustainable Development blocks, the Sustainable Development Goals will be the building blocks for tomorrow's future based on peace and development. My message is exactly what I just come to say. Please engage yourself, please be engaged, be knowledgeable and trying to be active in order to implement the Sustainable Development Goals. These are the main pathway for the next 15 years of the United Nations and the cooperation of the United Nations with governments. All governments have accepted these goals, and we should all work together in order to make sure that this goal, which are very practical, is a matter of eliminating poverty, eliminating hunger, promoting the development and the schooling of children, the gender equality, the empowerment of women, the environment, the life on earth, the life on the sea, and mainly a sustainable development. Let's be engaged in these development goals, because this is the building blocks for peace.